Oh shoot, that was my jam. That was my jam. You muted. You muted. You muted.
Man, what's happening?
What up? What up, man? That was my jam, man.
Give him a little smooth melody before we start.
Yeah, I gotta ease a soul before we
Oh
crush it.
man. Oh man, yeah. Man, yeah. What up,
Yeah,
man? What's happening?
nothing, man. You know what's the old saying? Different day, same ish.
Yeah.
Ain't different day, same. For me, you know what? I ain't even gonna bring that negative. Different day, same blessing. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Same.
no, hold on. Different day, different blessing. Let's. There
Different.
we go.
There you go. There you go. Right there. We go with that.
There we go. Different day, different blessing. Hey, I like that. I ain't never heard that before. What about you, man?
Oh man, yeah. I can't complain, bro. I can't complain at all.
Turn you up some more. Cool, cool. Yeah, well, I'm ready to get this thing just rolling. I'm feeling good. I'm rested. I didn't have a mental strenuous day, so I'm good. But you know, them last 30 minutes might get a little sleepy.
Oh man, yeah. You know how that is.
We still gonna give y'all that work though.
Oh yeah, we got to do that now. We got to do that.
Got you. Cool. I'm ready. I am ready. Send them that money. $ call 4168. Thank you for the support. We need it all.
All of it. Oh.
Need it all. What's that old song? I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. I want it all.
All of it, bro. All of it. All of
You
it.
know what? I'm gonna put some business. I'm gonna put some business out there right quick. Speaking of brand new socks and drawers. When I was growing up, I would the only thing I would change on the daily was socks and drawers. But I was that type of person. If I put on a shirt or some pants and I didn't sweat and I didn't get dirty, I wasn't washing it. I put it up and put it on again another day. I'm just saying, like, I think it was that mentality that not moms, but family didn't want to run up the water bill, didn't have the money to watch all the clothes when we want, and I lean into that mentality now. It's like, man, if I'm wearing a shirt just around the house, I can wear that same shirt around the house the next day. Why I need to wash that? Like, my
Yeah,
mentality.
back then, boy, hey, they were strict about that right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very strict. You ain't about to be running up my water bill, washing every piece of clothes, and then them old school homes. We got parent homes now that's like one kid or two kids. Them old school homes, 7 kids, 8 kids. Like it's 10 people in the house at one time.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, and you think everybody about to wash one piece of clothes just cause it's dirty? Man, no.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
You
y'all
better
gonna go on and get started.
you better use
No.
that wash rag and towel for at least 2 to 3 days.
You learn how to wash them out, as they say back then.
Exactly. You better wash them out and wash it and use it again. And stop. Mhm. Oh, but these
Yeah,
kids don't
y'all.
know about that struggle. They don't know
Nah, they
about
don't
that.
know about that.
They don't
Everybody,
know
we
about
we welcome you all, everybody, to open mic night. We're gonna get this thing back rolling. We're gonna try
that.
to start doing it every week, but we do have lives ourselves, so we don't
Yeah,
do this 24/7 like everybody else do.
yeah, exactly. Now, if y'all see into that call 2468, maybe one day we can do this
Yeah,
for our lives. Should we do this two times a week, 3 times a week? You got to understand when people get to a certain point, they have teams that edit this stuff for them, put it out for them, and everything. Y'all think that stuff easy, but when there's somebody like just me and Carl and his son, we got to do all that stuff ourselves.
yeah,
We got to do everything
everything.
ourselves. So help out. Y'all
Yeah,
want to see us more? See us more? Let us know.
let us know. We
See
will
that
go
money.
down with it and get down with it, as the old folks used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how you want to roll with this?
I don't know. You tell me what you got. What's on your mind? What's on your heart? What videos you got with us?
I ain't got no video. I meant to look at some, man. I was pushing for time getting here. But
Right.
man, we just open up high with your route you want to go with.
I don't know, man. My last kind of conversations was how you feel about uh the Shannon Sharp situation. I've been speaking about this for a long time, so we necessarily don't have to speak about Shannon Sharp, but I want to speak about relationships. And is it really a problem when the age gap is a big age gap? And here's my mindset behind it. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, and please tell me if I'm wrong. I believe we're like the only culture that look at dating a 7 year, 10 year, 15 year difference. We look at that as wrong and nasty, and we shouldn't do that. To where when you look at all other cultures, when we look at Caucasian, when we look at the Hispanic, when we look at the Asian cultures, like they really have 15, 20 years in between them in marriage. And the thing is, most women look towards a man for stability. They look towards a man that can support and supply their lifestyle, a man for security. And that's why they do that. Also, they're married into the family. But when it comes to us, when we get to that 8 year, that 9 year mark, oh, we nasty. Oh, why we messing with that young girl? Like why you too old. She's young enough to be your daughter. She's young enough to be your granddaughter. And I'm gonna say this and let you handle it. My mindset is, if it's two consenting adults, let it happen. But also, if I'm a father, I am gonna put a hedge around my daughter. And if she go out of that hedge, that's something she did on herself. But then it do get to an age to where I'm still might have to step in. That Shannon Sharp and that 19, I'm stepping in on that. I'm stepping in on that. But I just want to know, just man, you're older, man. You're older. You got some daughters. You have a son. You don't live, just from your point of view and your wisdom. What you feel about that?
Me personally, and I know everybody went through the Aaliyah song, "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number," and all this kind of stuff. And I get it, and I understand that. And if you're gonna date somebody young, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, you better make sure it's for love. A lot of this stuff ain't for love.
Oh man, what you said.
That's why you're having a lot of problems. A lot of them married just for security.
Yeah.
Or a lot of the older women are getting with the younger men because of the sex.
Because that energy, they got that energy.
Yeah.
They back still intact.
Not looking at it as, you got this young guy, but what's gonna happen if you got this young guy and something happened to you? And you think this young guy, he love you. He don't love you.
You
and then,
nothing but
in some relationship, has it has made it because of that. But I'm jumping in, you almost 60. This 19-year-old girl. Man, that girl mind ain't even developed. Just like them young boys, they mind ain't even developed. From the scientific world over in the science, they say your brain don't really fully develop until it's like 25 and above. So
what
that's
is
still
it
a
called?
kid.
What is that called? Your front? Yes, your frontal something lobe. Your frontal lobe or something like that.
That's still a
Well,
child, nigga. That's a child, man.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this. And we flip it. How would he feel? His daughter, I think he got a daughter. Your daughter come home with a 7-year-old man.
Yeah. But look, man, and I don't look, guys, I'm just playing the advocate of this. Of course, I disagree. But there's a way I want to go with that. Like we're getting on Shannon Sharp about this. But where's the uproar about Bill Belichick and his 20-year-old girlfriend? And I ain't trying to make this no black and white thing, but there is a black and white thing out there. And I'm like, it's Shannon Sharpe is getting the business, but Bill Belichick, I think if he's not 70, he's pushing 70. He might be 76, something like that. And his girlfriend is 26, 27. But everybody was like, oh, Bill Belichick get his groove back. Oh, he got him with your little young thing. It's like it's a different language when it's us. So I agree with you, but I want that statement to be like across the entire board, not just us. But you're right. I don't care. I think if my daughter is 20 years old, I'm gonna look at even a 32 is still too old. I'm gonna look at even a 28 potentially too old, not because of the age, but because when you're 28, you're kind of already maybe in your path in your career. At 20, you ain't even been through college yet. You ain't even started. You don't even know what you want with your life.
You get ready to start experimenting stuff.
You getting in a relationship with somebody who kind of probably, if they're a real man or a real woman, they're kind of ready to settle down. So now they're going to treat you like a settle down when you ain't even had time to think what you want to do with your life. You're just out of high school. I'm so wrong. Barbara, what I'm wrong about? I'm ready for this. I ain't even looking at the comments over here.
Yeah, at that age, man, 19 years old, man, I was bug wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't even in my right mind of thinking like like a grown folk. Mm-hmm. That's why they always say you keep kids at your grown folk business, because they ain't ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I turned about 23, 24, I started thinking differently. Then when I got to 25, I sure enough started thinking differently. And I was like, you know what, this is some bull crap, man. This ain't what life is really about.
Right. Right.
As they say, with your body counts. That ain't what it's about, man. I'm like, oh, let me slow my roll.
Right.
And at that time, see, because I had my girls when I was 19, 20.
Right. Yeah.
So I wouldn't even like that. So I'm like, okay. But just me personally, y'all, and I don't have nothing against nobody dating somebody younger or somebody older. That's your choice. Just me, I'm not gonna date nobody, and I wouldn't date nobody younger than my own kids.
Oh, exactly.
And my youngest child is my son. He's 26. I'm not gonna date somebody 19, 20. Man, my son be looking at me like, daddy boy, that's my age.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know my girl, especially my oldest, big daddy boy, what in the world wrong with you?
Yeah. Now, you know how bad that feels to where, like, your daughter is 19 or 20 years old and you're 50, 55. And you're dating that age. Now your daughter bringing her friends over to the house and she got to worry about her father might scooping up one of her friends. Like, that's weird. This is your father. Your father is too much in the living room, too much in our conversation, and your daughter know what you're doing. Like, that's crazy, man. What you say right here? I am 70. Oh my G. I've been around, and do you want to hear the truth? I only date black men. Like, I don't know. She gonna tell us the truth. I see she got an uncle. But yeah, man, it's one of them things to where, like, I mean, it's wrong. It's just wrong on so many levels, man. Like, where are you at mentally? Like, really mentally. I ain't saying it's wrong mentally, but I personally just can't understand a 57 and a 19-year-old together. If that's what you want to do.
I'm 57 right now.
I know.
I'm gonna look with a 19-year-old.
I know.
And I'm walking around with that thing.
Let's tell the truth right here. Let me tell the truth. if that were you, I could still be your homie and we could still talk. But I couldn't bring my daughters and my nieces around you.
Because I'm feel like you looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, why would I know what you do? Like it'd be a friendship to where like I know, like, all right, this is what he like. I'm not about to bring the playground to you. Can't do that. Can't do that. Like oh man.
And men, because I can't speak for the women, but men, just because you got a young girl on your arm or you having sex with a young girl does not make you young.
Mm-hmm. Now is
And
that
just because you pay all the bills there at the house and her car note and all this other kind of stuff, still don't make you control her. That ain't your
you know
woman,
what?
bro.
Oh, I was just about to ask you that. Do you think in a situation like this man want a girl, a child that he can control because he know he have to be impartial and be respectful to somebody of his age? So he get a little young girl because he thinking, I'm paying all this, I'm doing all this, I can control you. It's what I say go. Man, this dude old enough to be her grandfather, great grandfather.
And you got them men out there that feel like, well, I'm paying all this. I own you. And I know a lot of y'all women don't like to hear that word, but a lot of them men, they feel like that. I own you. I tell you when to go. If I tell you can't go out with your girl, you ain't going.
Right.
And then they feel like they run your house, even though they paying the bills.
Right.
This is our house now. That's how they gonna say it. They may not say it in the beginning. It's gonna come around. This is our house. It ain't our house. It's my house.
Hey,
You volunteered and paid them bills. I didn't tell you to pay them.
best example, baby boy. Yeah, give me back my car. Your car? Yeah, you right, my car. Pay my car. Then give me back all the money I put in the engine. Give me them rims off the car. Man, he ain't paid one car note, but just because he paid something onto the car, in his mind it was his car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. OMG again. I'm not saying that I'm saying I love black men. Oh man.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
We had no problem.
I love
We just speaking, so
yeah. I love my black men, I love my black women. Well, so, but no, that's what's going, man. That's really what's going on. There ain't too much to play on and stuff like that. I also wanted to get to what you sent me. That's really the conversation I really want to have. What you sent me in my DMs about silver, gold, and money. Watch some video.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna bring Steve on with that.
Okay.
And we all gonna talk about that. Because matter of fact, he would text me when we first jumped on. And and yeah, I get with him. And we would come on here. I have him come on. That's when he's gonna be free. And yeah, I'm gonna hit him back and ask him is he free. If he got time to come on today, this evening, I tell him to jump on right before we get off or whatever. But yeah, man, it is so much going on out here in this world, boy. I tell you. We said, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, she looked like she want to link. She looked like she want to link. Look like she want to talk about something.
Hey, you want to talk about it? Hey, I see the link. Just say so, and it is done. Matter of fact, while you talk, man, let me go find this link, man, and put it up there.
Yeah, all right. Well, she said let's go. But overall in that conversation, man, I don't know. People can hang their hat on that they're grown, they're consenting adults. People can hang their hat like grown people can do what grown people do. Yes. But you gotta ask yourself, is this right with me? Why me being 57? Why am I entertaining a 19-year-old? And I think the thing is, if people want just a sexual relationship. I would say that.
Yeah, just say that.
I just say that. Like, and I understand that more because it's nothing. I still don't want it to happen, but I understand that more. But this guy said they was in a consensual 2-year relationship. A consensual 2-year relationship. So she's 20, 21 now. You was in a relationship with a 19-year-old. Like, I'm asking the same thing about Bill Belichick. Like what is it? What do y'all generations talk about? What do y'all have in common? You haven't even you was already retired from your main job before she was born. She probably don't even know who you were in the NFL. Probably just know you. There's a lot of kids that only know this guy in the podcast realm. Now, I ain't getting on the guy, but what I'm just saying, dude, there's some things you could have thought in your mind, and this is for anybody right now. This is not just for him. He the catalyst. There are so many things you could have thought in your mind to keep you out of trouble.
Oh yeah,
because you're playing with fire. You literally playing with fire. You think it's all cool and willy-nilly. Let's get a little deeper with it right now. Let's get just a little deeper. These teachers that are messing with the students. You think it's not going to happen to you. You think whatever that student tell you is really going to be the truth. Oh, I'm not going to tell my parents. Oh, I'm not going to tell nobody. This just between me and you. And for some reason, you believe that. These are kids. And you really think that these kids are going to be 100 when that situation come up and have your back? No, the kids don't want to get in trouble. So as soon as they're faced with any opposition, they letting it fly. And the kid know they're not getting in trouble. So you are that deranged to where you can't even think this through. And then on the other hand, why the child? You're supposed to be in this child life to teach. You're supposed to be in this child life to learn them. You're supposed to be in this child life to be another adult to guide them on their path of life. But you're looking at these little kids getting some type of satisfaction out of it. Why? You literally can mess up your entire life over one decision. Over one decision. You can mess up your entire life over one decision. And for the ones who think that they got away with it, it's gonna catch up to you. Trust me, it's definitely gonna catch up to you. Some of these kids come out when they 20 and they 30s because they living with that trauma. They think about what happened and they can't bear the thought that their teacher would take advantage of them in that situation. And now here they go coming out. And here's the thing: what we're seeing, what happens right now, it only take an allegation. And we're around social media, we're around computers and all this stuff. You are guilty before you even have your trial just because of public opinion.
Public opinion. And boy, that public opinion would drag you.
And that's what's happening. You're going to be guilty because of what the public think. So now you don't have no support. You don't have nobody in your corner, even when you going to jail. Like, come on, think this stuff through. Think this stuff. Look, I'm not even an advocate of this, but if it gets that bad, there are places you can go that you can give some money, and this stuff is legal.
Mm-hmm.
To keep your life intact, to keep you out of jail, to keep you out of prison, to keep your whole career together. There are places, I'm not an advocate, but there are places you can go to where this kind of stuff is legal, and you can spend a couple of dollars, and there you go. Whatever fetish you have, you can do it and go back to your life. But you're taking advantage of innocent kids. And we got on this topic about Shannon Sharpe and 19-year-old, because in my eyes, a 19-year-old is still a child.
Yeah, they still are. They really are. They're still a child. Because I don't care how many people say, well, they grown. They may be grown in size, and you may think they're grown at 18, 19, but they're not. They're not. and it's sad that a lot of people think they're grown, but they're not.
Right. Miss Johnson, she said, "What's the youngest and oldest you would date?" For me, the youngest, I'm 37 years old. For me, the youngest right now probably would be 28. So I won't go no younger than 28. The
Yeah.
oldest, 37, maybe 41. 41. Now here's the thing. Let me be honest. Is there women that I have seen that's 60 years old that I found attractive? I've seen some attractive 60-year-old women. I've seen some attractive 65-year-old women.
70.
70. I've seen some attractive older women that I was in my mind, man, I wish I would have caught them when they was younger or like something like that. Have I seen some attractive 20-year-olds? Yes, I have. I've seen some attractive 25-year-olds. Yes, I have. But what I was just saying, I thought it through. Everything that looked good to you is not good for you.
Mm-mm.
So the youngest that I would date that I would feel comfortable is at 37 would be 28. So what's that? A 9-year difference? Yeah, a 9-year difference. And going up 37 to 41, that's a 4-year difference. I definitely don't. Here go another thing. I definitely would go younger before I go older. And I got a cap on both of them. What'd she say?
There's so much wrong with that imbalance. You cannot successfully communicate the level of funds, different ways of thinking, different ways of living, being around family, etc. I think, let me see. I think you got into the wrong conversation.
Maybe.
I see one of the comments you want to talk about. You want to talk about how this world is messed up. And they were talking about something different. I'm sorry. Okay.
Right.
I mean, we all know this world is jacked up. We know.
Right.
I posed this question right here then, since you went on that stage and that left, as Joe Madison, the Black Eagle, used to say, and we see the world messed up. What are you gonna do about it? Not what everybody else gonna do. Not this person. Not even me. What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
When are we gonna? Okay, let me bring it on up around to this too. Then, since you brought it that way about the world, when are we gonna stick together?
Oh, come on with it. Yeah.
We talked about this on podcast one time before. How many ever read the Willie Lynch letter 300-400 years ago written? There's so much truth in that letter. Making of a slave. How to make a slave. So a lot of people are still stuck in that mentality. And what he said back then on that riverbank is going on to this very day. I mean, I'm sorry if you think it's not, but it really is. It's going on to this very day.
That's a deeper question. How we're gonna stick together?
How we're gonna stick together? We got to stick together. You know, and it's crazy because we say that stuff, and a lot of people say, "Well, I ain't watching football no more because how they did Colin Kaepernick. I ain't gonna do that no more because it's before the end of the year was I was back watching football."
Mm-hmm.
And Colin Kaepernick is still over there.
You know what's happening right now when the what is it the DEI, when Trump pulled the DEI.
Yeah.
And as soon as it came out, people was like, "Hey, we're not going to Target no more." I'm gonna be honest. That's just ear talk to me because in order for a change, we can't say we're not going to Target for 2 months, for 3 months. It
You got
has
to
to
get them
be
hard.
it has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be a change forever. It can't just be we're gonna make them feel it for 2, 3 months and then we're gonna come back to the table and see if we go, oh, why can't we open up our own stores? Do you know, man? We getting back to some of the stuff I ain't talked about in a while. Do you know we the one culture that has the most money in our culture as far as spending power? You have to ask yourself, we spend the most money. We spend around $2.2 trillion a year. But look at the establishments it go to. If you on the opposite end, the dollars stay in our community the less. Meaning, I believe I ain't did this research in a while, but the Jews, the dollars stay in their community about 28 days before it goes out to another community. For us, it only stays in our for 6. And I'm not talking about 6 days, 6 hours. Think about it. This, you guys may not understand that. This is what I mean. As soon as you get paid, where the first place you go? Carl, I'm gonna put you on a hot seat. I'm sorry. I'm just using you for example. As soon as you get paid, Carl, where you going?
Man, I gotta go pay some freaking bills.
Okay, light bill, right?
Yep.
All paying bill. We got to do that, but still look at that situation. That light bill
It goes
company,
outside of the community.
it goes outside of our community. Why can't we have our own place that furnish our own lights to where we pay within our community? We got to buy groceries. Where we going to? Walmart, Food Line, IGA, all outside of our communities.
They already and I put it this way. They boycotted and I understood. And like I was questioning some of the guys, I said, that's good, man. They boycott. I said, how many months they gonna do it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of them said we doing it for a month, some of them said do it a couple of weeks. I said, okay. I said, I tell you what, I said, this is just me thinking outside the box. You can do it for 2 months. I said, don't you know, once they start announcing that the boycott was gonna happen, don't you know they was already prepared for that? Because they knew you were gonna come back. They already knew you were gonna come back. They already knew that. So they was like, we just wait.
It's still a lose-lose situation because you are so right. They planned for that and they just wait for us to come back. But peep this now. If within that boycott, we'll use Target since that's what we're talking about. Target say, you know what? Y'all pulled your business away from us. We're not going to allow you in our stores no more. Now, what if every store does that? Where do we go to buy our home goods? Where do we go to buy our clothes? Where do we go to buy our necessities?
Still outside.
Well, no, I'm talking about what if every outside community take the Target approach and say, you know what, y'all pulling away from us and stuff. Okay, go find it out. The point I'm trying to make, we don't have a community set up to take care of ourselves. We don't. So we can pull all we want, but we always gonna find our way back because we don't have it set up ourselves. We don't have our own. We're the only culture that doesn't have a community. And if we have somewhat of a community, we don't have everything we need. This goes deeper than just home. Do we have a community of hospitals, doctors? Do we have a community? Do we have our own school system? Which is why if we want to get on this conversation, I am so mad at our culture. And I don't even know how you feel about this because we never talked about this. But I got to say my truth. I'm so mad how we treating Umar Johnson. He's trying to do something, but I'm looking at us in our culture. We the ones that's coming out laughing and joking and calling him a fraud. Why can't we get behind this brother and try to help him? Because he's trying to do something that the powers that be don't want to happen. You know it's gonna be some potholes and hurdles.
There'll be a lot of.
It's gonna be a lot of potholes and hurdles because of what he's trying to do. But he's one person. And there's more of us against him, social media wise. There's more of us against him than for him and with him. But they ain't ready for that conversation. Let me get some of this water.
Bring you some of the water. And welcome everyone to Open Mic Night. We just talk about various things, and we appreciate everyone coming on. You know, if you want to jump on, the link is in the chat. I got the link pinned in the chat, so it's in there. Only thing we will ask you to do is control your language. You don't see a whole bunch of cussing over here. That's what you do. That's what you do. We just don't do it because we do have young people watching. And we do have elderly people that be watching. I mean, we have some people that be watching. They don't do all that cussing mess and stuff like that. But if that's what you like to do, then this ain't the place for you.
Definitely not the place.
No disrespect. It's a lot of places that do that kind of stuff. That's their power. And I listen to some of them because I be listening to what they're talking about.
Right.
That's what they do. We just want everybody to keep it clean here because we want to be respectful. So, right. But yeah, man, you know,
I heard let me say what you just said. I heard one of my mentors said, how can you raise the next generation on what not to do? But when they tune into your life, you're doing what you're telling them not to do. So we're trying to tell the next generation not do A, B, C, and D, but they come to Open Mic Night and they can't even recognize us because we're cussing blah 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 blah. And then they're like, hold on, Mr. Dunlap, hold on, Mr. McCoy, you told me not to do this, but you're doing it yourself.
You're
doing it. What's wrong? And now you confuse them. All the stuff that you not instilled into them, they question it now because you're doing the very thing that you told them not to do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let me get some more water. Right.
But it is so much, and even what's going on right now, which you know we don't talk about the president much. Even what's going on, even with the president, if we want to put a lot of stuff behind, then it's gonna take a lot of us to vote. It's gonna take a lot of us to do kind of stuff. I don't get into the politics world because people get mad when you get into that political world.
Right.
They want to be in the political world, but when you have your own opinion, they don't want to hear that part, and then they get mad, and then they're all upset, and then you know, I don't see how people lose friendship over political world because I do have my own opinion and how I feel about certain stuff. So if you don't like my opinion, don't even talk to me about the political world because I'm gonna say some stuff that you ain't even gonna like. That's why I stay out in them conversations, and I be laughing because it'd be funny because y'all be falling out over the political world.
Hey, they ain't talked in years, right?
Yeah, because of the political world. I'm like, dang. Then don't ask me about my opinion. My opinion could be with you, or I disagree with you.
Right. But you know another thing what I hate is when voting season comes around and I listen to various podcasts and radio stations. I hate how the narrative is you have to vote this way. You need to vote this way. You better vote this way. If this is supposed to be a choice, why are you promoting and motivating somebody to go a different way? And if they go the opposite way, you're a fool, you're crazy, you don't know what you're doing. It's my choice if I wanted to go this way or not. I'm a grown man or woman, and I can choose the way that I chose. Why you're so mad at my choice for? Shoot, why are you mad at my choice if I didn't vote?
Okay, your choice. And your choice don't agree with theirs.
Now it's okay, but like what you said, it's okay to disagree. But don't get mad and freaking have a panic attack because I voted the opposite of what you voted. And now we can't even talk and have a conversation no more. Why not we have a conversation, we debate and laugh and talk junk to one another. Don't take it serious.
And go about business.
Go about business. Because at the end of the day, you got it.
No,
you
go
got
ahead,
it.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna just say because at the end of the day, the way you vote and the way he or she vote, it can be the opposite. Football is still coming on Sunday, and y'all gonna be cheering for the same team or opposite. Doesn't even matter. I said that in a jokeful way, but what I mean by that, guys, your life's still going to be your life, and you're gonna make the changes regardless on what you have to do. Your life is gonna be your life. If you really want some power, vote on the local level. But do you even know who your city council are? Do you know who your mayor is?
Most of them don't.
I know. Rhetorical.
Because I always say, and I still say it to this very day, I said, why? And I understand the president. I said, but I pay more attention to the local officials.
Right.
Those are the ones that are writing and making things happen in our communities.
Right.
Or in our cities. Those are the ones that are writing different things that's going on. And the reason a lot of times y'all feel like the president run your city or town or state is because whoever they are is in agreement with whoever the president is. So if you want stuff to change even in your community, then you got to start within inside your town, city, or state and get them out of there. But I stay out of that world. I mess with them at work because I can do it at work.
Yeah, with them type of people.
Yeah. But I hear, and I have said some stuff about how I feel about the president, all of them. I ain't just talking about one, all of them. Oh man, you just this. That's why I'm cool with y'all on that level. I got my own opinion, dog. I got a brain. I can't think.
No, that's the point. That's the problem.
It is so much. It's a problem. So if we can't agree to disagree and just still be who we are as friends, then why in the world is we just talking about this thing? Just stay out the conversation.
Right.
I have never understood that. But hey, he said he on the way to church. He ain't gonna be able to do it tonight.
Ah, come on, man.
He on the roll of preaching right now, man. He rolling.
Turn on your phone. Let's join. We need it. I'm messing.
He gonna get back with me though. But yeah, man, But with all this stuff going on, if you ain't never read that letter, I would advise a lot of y'all to go read it because what he said in there is very true. Even though it's racist, it's very true. Because he said we ain't got to do it no more. All we got to do is put them together and they'll start doing it themselves, unaliving people themselves. This is 300-400 years ago, and by this time right now, about 300 years later, it is still going on to this very day.
Right. You want to pull that
up statistics? You would see the difference between cops unaliving and us. And a lot of times people don't, because I watch Farrakhan. I tell anybody I watch Farrakhan because I don't agree with everything he say, just like I don't agree with everything a pastor say. But he's saying some stuff that is very true. He said, we worried about them. He said, but every weekend or every day or every other day, us is going to the morgue.
And the other one is going to the morgue and the other one is going to prison.
And the thing about that, I asked the young guy, I said, if you say prison is a form of slavery, then why are y'all so eager to get there?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be out here and have my freedom.
Right. Hey, I just sent you something. I listened to this earlier this today.
Mm-hmm.
It may or may not go with what we're saying, but something but like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I want you to listen to it. Pull it up if you
Okay.
want to. Pull it up if you want to. But no, yeah,
Oh, I seen this on Willie D. Willie D. I seen that on Willie D. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We got to pull that on there. That play by itself one day.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Cat Williams just saying some stuff, man. I listened to it. Just like, man, what he was saying was like spot on. It goes back to what we was talking about. Why don't we come together and stuff? And I used the Nipsey Hussle situation. Um, he was trying to make something happen, but when he met his untimely demise, my question was there anybody that could have been put in place to take his spot? Was this just Willie? Was this just Nipsey doing it by himself and being like the head, or was he giving the knowledge to other people? Was there a chain of command in place so if this happened, somebody else can continue making it run? Because the last time I checked, I believe that entire script maybe owned by the city, but I think then it got bought back by like some of his family. But I
Mm-hmm.
used that to where right here in Charlotte, there was a burger joint that got broken into, and the owner lost his life. And within a week, that owner's brother was able to step in and run it for him to keep it
Oh,
open,
yeah.
to keep the
Yeah.
family business open. And I'm just like, that dynamic. That dynamic is different. Like when it comes to us, I think we were so oppressed for so long. We just want to do it ourselves, want to make it myself. And probably we'll give back easy and fast. But when it comes to bringing you into my world, no, I did this. You need to go out and do it yourself. But when it comes to other cultures, they would literally dead their problems, their beef, to come together and build something better. And I'm trying to figure out why we can't do that.
I
What's
was
the reason?
talking to one of my Latino friends, and he stayed beside us. And me and Carlos, his name's Carlos. And I ain't about nobody worry about that because I'm trying to figure who that is. There's a bunch of Carlos in the world. And you don't even know who I'm talking about anyway, even though he
Right,
is a Latino. And man, he was
right.
talking. And I was just looking, and we just talking, man. I said, man, how are y'all buying so much and getting all this and getting all these businesses started? He said, man, you want to know the truth? I said, yeah. I said, that don't bother me. You telling the truth, you telling the truth. He said,
Mm-hmm.
this is why we can get so much. While y'all too busy fighting and mad at each other because you don't want somebody else to get ahead, we're at the banks asking, what do we have to do to get this?
Right.
We putting our money together to get this, and this. He said, y'all get into a place, y'all don't even like to come together. All y'all want to
Yeah.
do is just fight and fuss. And if somebody got something that's better than yours, you mad at them because they have something better than yours.
Right.
And I'm like, I said, man, I said, there's a lot of people been talking about that, but they're not listening to that.
Right.
But now, as we see, it's a lot of people that's starting to really talk about it now more. As we need to start coming together and stop all this violent stuff and going to, and that's right, they come together and just doing all this crazy stuff. Why? I have the slightest idea. Neil, I'm still trying to figure this out to this very day. Why? But we'll come together to party. But when it's time to try to help these kids, it's like everybody want to go the other way. Here's a good one right here, Neil.
All right.
We'll come together to vote a pastor out.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I got to do something off that. Hold
on. Oh, people that you ain't seen in months or years. they find out they trying to vote this pastor out, they'll beat up. Church will be packed.
Yeah. You know, I think because a lot of people just want some type of power, some type of say so. Like I don't get it. It's like you do nothing, but you want to be in the midst. You want to be. I ain't even want to say mess no more. You want to be in the mess. Like you don't do nothing except go to work and come home. And you talking. You got this old woe me story. I promise you, if you do something constructive, if you put yourself out there for somebody else, your life will feel so much better. Your life will feel so much fuller. Like what he just said. You will come together to party, but you won't come together for these kids. You will come together to remove a pastor out of the pulpit. You will do that. You will do all that stuff, but you won't do nothing to help your neighbor out, right? You won't do nothing. Your nieces and nephews, you see them having a problem just because they're not your kids. Oh, it's out of your hand. It's your nieces and nephews, though. It's your neighbor. Like, I remember I used to get a paddling. My dad gave the school permission to paddle me if I got in trouble. My teacher, here it is. My teacher would paddle me. The principal would paddle me. When I got to the house, my dad would merciless beat my tail. Everything good. Sunday dinner come up. Oh, grandma done heard about it. Now she got to get it. Four spankings for one thing at school. But now it's the opposite. If somebody at school teach their child, they ready to fight and sue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the reason why that, look, you don't want to hear this. Oh my God. The reason why, I'm not saying it's right, but the reason why your child is fighting a teacher and fighting the principal and getting their tail beat up because they went up against that grown man or grown woman's strength is because they don't have no discipline or home training at their house. You allow them to get away with this mess, and they go to school, get in trouble, and now you defending their bad habits.
I'm finna kick my own self out.
Go ahead and kick out. No, you need to stay here. Here's the truth. Let me tell you something. I tell this story all the time, so I'm gonna keep it very short. Had a best friend. He passed away now. When we was getting in trouble together, we got pulled over, and his moms came to his rescue. I ain't had nobody come to my rescue. I had to do that. And because I had to do that, that ingrained in my mind, I don't want to do this again. But because his moms came to his rescue over and over and over and over now, he's 6 feet deep. You want to know the story, we can have a private conversation. But he's 6 feet deep right now because he never learned. And his moms used to massage his shoulders and his ego with, it's okay, the world is wrong, it's not your fault. And he took that into adulthood. And now that he is an adult, the adult world has something else for him.
Yes. That's why I say to these young folks in Sunday school, I said, the world don't care nothing about you. It will eat you up and spit you out either in the prison or in the cemetery. That's all the world. That's all the world care about. Getting you into that system. I say it's easy to get in that system. And I say, y'all excuse my language right here in the church. It's easy to get in the system, but it's hard to hell to get out of it.
Hard to get out of it, man. It can take you 5 seconds to get in the system. Take you 25 years just to make a little way out of it.
A little way out of it.
Man, let me look. He just said something, guys. Carl just said that the world don't care nothing about you. Let me tell you another sad truth. I got another partner. Another partner passed away. For whatever reason, passed away. When you get a job or you get a car, you get a house, they got this thing to where they put emergency contacts. It's for a lot of reasons. But he put me as his emergency contact. So after he passed away, a couple of days, maybe a week or so, I'm getting all these phone calls. Even though he passed away, they still looking for the money for his car, for his apartment. They still looking for money for a cell phone. They want to still get their money. This is how the world don't care about you. Gone, and they still looking to collect from you.
Yep.
Now I got to tell them the story. I got to go through this story 4 or 5 times about what happened, and they so sincere at the beginning what happened, but the conversation always ends. Who can I get in contact with to pay this debt?
Can you send me the death certificate?
Yes, they don't even believe you. Right? Can you send me this? I got to prove to you that he's actually gone. If not, I'll see you in court.
A lot of the greatest potential is 6 feet deep. And so much potential that's been out there, and that could have the potential to be the next great president or leader or whatever, is 6 feet deep right now. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, or they don't even want to accept that. Well, yes, it is. That's where it's at right now.
It's out in the graveyard.
And I say a lot of times, the people that's trying to do something, that's trying to save these young people and try to do all this, get out their way. If you ain't gonna get on their side and help them, at least pray for them. If they're trying to raise money to help somebody, send somebody to help them. We see some organizations moving, trying to help the community, but then even with the organization trying to help them, they still get cussed out.
People laugh at the organization.
Yeah,
they laugh at the organizations. Oh, why they doing that for? And I done literally heard people say, "What I'm trying to do ain't gonna work. What y'all trying to do down there is not gonna work." Oh, it's not gonna work because you're not being a part of it. You the missing link.
Yep. And that's that old mindset. That's that old mindset, boy.
You said something about potential, man. I mean, y'all know me, man. I'm full of stories. So I fast forward this one story. I want y'all to listen to this. Can you imagine that person is in the hospital on life support, know he gonna pass away, and he just look up one day and there's like 20, 30 people just around his bed, and they all crying. You got people that's crying, you got people that's mad, people that's upset, and he don't even know these people. But he wondering why they crying, mad, and upset, and looking depressed. And he just asked right before he passed, he was like, "Who are you?" And they all say at the same time, "We are your dreams, and we are your potential that has never came to life. And we're mad because we got to die with you."
Yep. Got to die with you, man. Y'all, if this y'all first time tuning in with us, we thank you, welcome you to Open Mic Night. We appreciate you coming on. We just talking about different things, and sometimes that's the best. Just talk about different things sometimes. I know we can get on one subject and stay there, and that's fine. And sometimes we will. Just like we're talking about this system right now. The system is set up. A lot of y'all don't believe their parents. A lot of y'all think a lot of this stuff is a joke. I said this, I put it in a post last year, right before the end of the year, Neil. I think it was around October, November. I said, look, they're changing the laws when a 15, 16-year-old, depending on what the crime is, if they unalive somebody, they take somebody's life, they will be charged as an adult. A lot of people laughed at me, talking about, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You watch too much TV. Technically, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV like that. You know what I'm doing? I'm listening to other stuff. I'm reading other stuff, and I'm listening to other people that are talking about some serious stuff that's going on in this world. You may not do that. Yeah, I ain't got no problem. Nobody out here having a good time, because sometimes I take time out to have a good time. But when I'm in that mode, I'm listening to what's going on. I posted that. A lot of people say, man, that ain't gonna never happen. Oh, but when you look at the news, and a lot of y'all don't look at the news, but when you look at the news, a lot of these 15, 60-year-olds, they're getting charged as an adult. They get ready to be in an adult prison.
Yep.
For doing some wrong folks stuff.
Here's the thing. I don't want y'all to be mad. Because on one hand, you can say, oh, that's wrong. That's unethical. Well, how you charging these young kids as adults? On the other side, they can say how these young kids doing adult things. Also, on the other side, they can say what we're trying to do is cut down the crime, because there's a lot of young kids that does this messed up stuff, that does this bull stuff, and they know they can get off because they young. They know that. So what they doing, they saying, all right, we're gonna catch you when you're young, and the first one or the first two is gonna be that example, and they already in there, and it's gonna continue happening. So don't be mad. Only control. Only get mad and get happy at the things you can control. And if there's a rule set in place, I don't care if you like it or not, abide by it, because you're not ready to face some consequences. Not ready at all.
Ready. Matter of fact, there's a story going on right now. I was watching the news yesterday, and that this young kid unalived somebody, and they're charging the parents too. Parents, listen, they're charging the parents too for not telling and reporting their child.
Yep.
So they gonna get some time too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard, and I know that's a hard pill right there, because that's your child, and you like, ooh man, I can't turn my child in. But see, that's what they're doing now. Either you gonna tell it or you gonna do time too.
Well, they getting you.
Sad, man.
They are definitely getting you.
Yeah. And parents, they're watching your children in the second and third grade. They're looking at, if they are not at this level at a certain time, well, you know what, y'all, it's time for us to start building a prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, y'all, they gonna come to the prison. They don't want to learn, they don't want to read, they don't want to do none of this stuff. So I guess we just go ahead and to every school we build that they build, we're gonna build 2 and 3 prisons at the same time. They want to send your child. They want to see your child in prison. They want to see them, and you see, they ain't giving them no little years. They giving them a lot of years.
A lot.
They want to see this stuff. So y'all young folks, while y'all laughing at this kid, it's like, hey, how you doing? You doing all right today? I just want to say that, I appreciate you and thank you for all the support that you're doing for me. See, if he talk like that, they want to go against him. But if he like, yeah, what's up? Beep, all this, they love it.
Right.
See, parents don't threaten the kid like I got threatened back in the day.
I know. Hey, they soft. I ain't saying it's right, but it's soft. Like here's the thing. You can look back at our generation and they can say everything that happened to us was abuse and it shouldn't have happened. But I believe that abuse and what shouldn't have happened is what saved a lot of us, made us who we are. Oh.
My mama said, you got 2 choices. You either gonna go to school and graduate, or you can quit and get up out of here. Well, I'm gonna go.
And I know, right? You gotta take your lunchbox with the cartoons on it. Where you going?
Couldn't even take that. I bought that.
Mm-hmm.
What about
that? Hey, that sounds like a little small joke. This guy said, like, when he always, I think it was a Kevin Hart joke. So his father every time he broke up, he would take everything that he bought. So he took they broke up around Christmas. He took the ornaments off the tree, the light off the top of the tree.
Okay, Scrooge. The Grinch.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh boy.
But no, man, look, we really gotta do something. And I was really thinking of something what you told me the other day about the Discord. I'm really gonna create that Discord, start off with a few people, and just got to start putting some kids, some men in there, just so we can start having a Discord amongst one another's and see what we can do. Like, because we're talking, and I ain't talking about us, just people in general, but we got to start really getting into these kids' lives, man. One of the beautiful things is you was actually with me this past Saturday. And you saw we had this amazing speaker, this man come speaking about some great stuff. And one of the kids that I mentor was there. And just to see and hear the question he asked, knowing where this child was at when I met him, when I very first came into his life. That question he asked, I saw nothing but growth. And that's what happened when men get inside these young men's lives. You can change their life just by spending time with them, just by listening to these kids. Sometimes these kids just want somebody to listen. They don't even know they're wrong, but we know they're wrong. We don't got to always try to correct them. Sometimes let's just listen, and our correction could be in guiding them, not telling them you wrong and do this. It can be walking them through that. Kids like that. They love that. Kids love. They long for that male leadership. They're rambunctious because they ain't never been taught. They ain't never had somebody to lead them in that way, and they don't know they need it. But when they get it and it's undeniable, they love it.
Yep.
And they need it every single day. So I love the fact that I'm in these kids' lives, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that Discord set up so we can start getting these kids at a young age.
Yeah, and a lot of y'all may not know what Discord is. It's another platform like Facebook and everything, but the only difference is you won't see it. It's amongst the people that are part of that. And and one of the things that I've looked at it and learned myself is I've watched my son, I watched Brandon on his Discord, and just to see the conversations that these young people have, y'all will be shocked about some of the stuff they talk about. And one of the things that I seen on that Discord was that the main question that was on there, it was two of them, but one of them that really stuck out was that don't nobody listen to us.
Yeah. That's it.
Because sometimes Brandon would invite me to come just listen, and he'll cut the camera off, but I could hear, I'm sitting there and I'm listening. I'm like, wow. And I remember one time he was up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and he was talking to this young person wanting to commit suicide.
Ooh.
See, that's the side of the world y'all don't even hear. Right. But see, young people, and Brandon was on the phone. I'm not on the phone, but on the Discord with him for about 4 hours. And I jumped in. I said, hey, man. I said, bro, it's not even worth it. I said, but I'm going to let my son take it here because y'all talking. But, it's a lot of people dealing with what you're dealing with. But you don't have to worry about that. I said, the only thing that is just your mindset and the enemy trying to take you out of here before your time. He can't do it, but he'll try to get you to do it. Anytime you want to talk, Brandon door's open, my door's open. He's doing pretty good today. Now, this was about a year ago.
Man, I want to say I thank you guys for being there because y'all gave that child something that kids don't have. Here's what I don't like what grown men and women do is that we say a child, oh, you shouldn't be thinking about that. Why are you thinking about this? There's no way you should do that. I ain't raised you to do all this and stuff like that. And it's like, y'all didn't even hear what Carl just said. He just said that the kids, the number one thing, just want somebody to listen. You get these type of kids because they don't know how to ground their feelings and guide their emotions. They don't know. How you expect to know something, or how you expect that child to know something they never been taught? You expect these kids to know, and you get mad and upset, and you want to whoop children. And yeah, I'm talking to you. You want to whoop children because they don't know how to regulate their emotions, something they never been taught. So as soon as they say anything you don't like,
here
you go being all aggressive, all loud, all cuss words. And another thing, stop talking to the kids like you know everything. Stop talking to the kids like you have all the answers. You don't even let the kid finish their thought out of their mouth, and you're already saying, no, don't do this. Let me tell you this. Let them finish their thought. Just be a listening ear. You would know exactly, not exactly, but you would know more what to do if you would just sit back and listen. Just listen.
Like somebody come. Oh, go ahead, finish. No, I'm gonna finish.
No. I was just about to say some of these kids, man, it's a bad thing to speak about. A hard thing to speak about is suicide. But some of these kids commit suicide only because they didn't have nobody to talk to. They didn't have nobody to guide them through their emotional time. And if you just could if you can get out of yourself and just sit down and listen, then maybe you might have saved that one that saved a million.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna see what Tyler's gonna be doing. Because I had Titus on one time. We had Titus on one time. He was talking about that, about suicide. I'm gonna see if he's gonna see next time we be on next week. See can he come on and talk a little bit about that. Because he got a story too.
Tell him come on. We here, I'm here.
Yeah. And let him talk. Y'all, we try to have people on here that deal with real life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Real life stuff. And just like today, Neil, we were talking about single father stuff, because
right.
I supposed to have somebody on Sunday, but he was taking care some stuff dealing with his kids and stuff. And I said, man, your kids come first. We can do this anytime. Your kids come first.
Right. Yeah. Kids come first. Yeah.
Kids come first. And he a single black father.
Like you said, you can do that anytime.
Yeah, we can do
we
this
can
anytime.
Handle that. We can have that conversation anytime. Go be there. Show up for your kids. Show up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Show up for them.
He said he was cooking and stuff and doing stuff with them and trying to handle stuff with them. I said, bro, no problem. Ain't no problem. But yeah, y'all see what's going on out here in this world. So
hey, I want to throw a little plug in right quick.
Okay.
Hard term. But guys, if you're looking for a job in the Anson County and in the Monroe location, South Piedmont is hiring for security. It's a part-time job. It's 27.5 hours you can make up, or you can make in a week. Don't know the pay, but don't necessarily need requirement. They ask for required experience, but fill out the application. Let me just say it that way. Fill out the application.
Y'all heard it, right? Hiring. Yep. Top flight security. Mike Ellis.
Yeah. Top flight. Hey, but here's the reason I'm saying the job is so chill. Job is chill. I'm about to send this over to a friend right now, and I'm like, look, this is a chill job. Yeah.
Is that a flyer?
No, it's on the website.
Oh, okay.
It's on the website.
I could say, man, you should put it in the chat. Maybe somebody looking.
Let me see.
Put it in the chat, man.
Let me see if I can share this to you to put it in. Let me see if I can do that.
We here to help too. Y'all looking for a job? There you go. You want something that's kind of laid back? There you go, right there.
It's very laid back. Like
don't try to get it down there. I joked about that with Mike Hill, but don't try to go in and try and be top flight security.
No, I don't think I don't. Oh yeah. Anyway, what you want to do? I can't. Let me see if I can share this to you. Now, what you want to do, guys? You just want to go to Google, type in South Piedmont Community College. Go to the search tab and just type in job or employments, and then type in keyword security. It'll pop right up. So there's actually over 80 jobs that South Piedmont is offering at the moment. I just know that one. So there you go.
Stop laughing at me.
Top flight. Nah, this good, man. This been a good episode, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's been good, man. Y'all, we getting into some stuff, man. We try to be different, and I know it's a lot. And sometimes, y'all, we will play videos from other channels, YouTube channels, and other people platforms. And we give them shout out too for putting it up. And we thank them. Because they paid away for a lot of stuff. We don't hate. I just put it that way. We don't look there. Look. Think of that. Look, top flight.
Crazy.
So we don't hate y'all. You know, we will share some stuff on here. You know, y'all got anything, anybody in the chat, y'all got jobs that's close by or around in the community or somewhere, and they're hiring. You know it. Put it in the chat. Let us know. Because some people are looking. Some people are looking.
Well, people say they don't got experience and do stuff. Shoot, yes, it's jobs out there that don't require experience.
Quite experience, but hey, we trying to help y'all, trying to put y'all on. Stand on business, as the young folks say.
Stand on business. Hey, they done add something else to it. 10 toes. 10 toes.
10 toes, yeah. Stand on business, 10 toes, man. Be like, boy, y'all come up with some stuff, boy.
I know, right? I'm just hearing stuff, man. Like I kind of already knew what this was, but the newest one that I'm hearing is YN. These YNs out here is crazy.
Oh, yeah, they said that. Hey, Sonny, what's going on? Hey, we appreciate all of y'all for jumping on. We still on here for a little bit. And this your first time. We welcome you all. We thank you all for coming in. This your first time here on Open Mic Night. Put a one in the chat or just say hello. Just do that. Y'all, I know sometimes y'all come back when you see us on our other pages and stuff like that, and channels and YouTube and stuff like that. Y'all, we just trying to reach out and just talk a little bit. That's all. But I wish y'all was there Saturday.
Right.
Wish y'all was there. That was some good information. If y'all missed it, you can go back to my page or on Brandon page. You got on your page too, right, Neil?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And on Kania's page, and just watch it. You know, a lot of good information. It's a lot of stuff to be shared. A lot of stuff that you may know, and it could be a lot of stuff you don't know.
You know, I want to do something with that. You know, we both end up, buying the book, and I want to pick out something of the book that we may not know and like expressing on one like a channel, or do a series or something that we just go through that book. Like really, like, cause that's some good information.
And he told me Saturday. He said, "Man, you ever want to talk about it?" And then we could read and we could do a series and bring him on at a certain point.
Oh, we can't. Oh man, that's gonna. That's gonna make it jump. Oh man, hey, we got his cards. We're gonna have to get in contact with this guy. Tell him going to come on. Yeah, I'm trying to still get this link. Trying to still get this link so I can.
We go ahead and do that. So yeah, y'all. Hey, we are here to talk about some stuff. We ain't trying to drag nobody's name through the mud. We just talking about some stuff that we even see that y'all see too. But in all honesty and stuff like that, what we're trying to do is bring us together.
Yeah.
That's all. We're not, I'm getting into my little saying on my other podcast, we just trying to come to a platform that's been created to come together, to commune together, not divide each other. That's my other one on Real Talk Conversation.
Ooh.
I don't add that saying into the open mic night.
You don't add it. Come on with it. Hey, man, it's open mic.
We just trying to pull all of us together, even though we have differences, even though we disagree on some stuff. We just trying to come together and talk. That's how you get stuff handled. You start the conversation, so it can go on, and so we can try to at least pull something together.
Ooh, I got it right here.
At least. Thank you for coming, London. She said it's her first time here. Appreciate you.
I think this the page right here that I'm sending to you.
Okay.
See if you get it.
And if y'all have any subjects you want to talk about, you can DM us. You can DM us and we'll talk about it.
I know we don't run from nothing. We don't do that.
We don't run from nothing. We talking about pornography. We ain't running for
nothing. Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that subject, but that's what's going on in this world. Y'all young folks are doing a whole bunch of stuff that y'all don't know nothing about.
Right. Right. And that goes back to what? Haven't been taught. Dude, I'll be honest. I never ever had the conversation with my father. My father never had the conversation with me about birds and the bees and about all this and about wrapping up and stuff. I never had a conversation with anybody.
Man,
I never had a never. Go ahead, talk to me. I like that laugh.
My brother told me about it. And I asked my brother, I say, man, I said, what the heck birds and bees got to do with sex? He said,
Right.
man, he said, I don't even know. He said, I don't even know. What birds and the bees? What that mean? A bird do not mate with a freaking bee.
Right.
A bee gets into a flower and get the pollen, whatever they get out of there with that. What the bird come in there? He said, man, he said, I don't know. He said, I'm just gonna tell you up front. So he told me about sex and stuff like that. And y'all, he didn't wait till I was 15, 16 to tell me about that. My brother told me about sex when I was about 8 years old.
Let me look this up right quick. You know who I'm about to be. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm about to ask. I'm about to ask Chat GPT.
That could be your friend at times, y'all. Exactly. I know y'all don't like this AI stuff, but this AI stuff will help you.
You got it on your computer.
Because I'm about to say, I ain't got it on my computer.
I'm about to say, share that screen and we can do it together. Let me see. All right. What how should I ask this? Okay, what do birds and bees have to do with sex? Question mark. All right. I said, what do birds and the bees have to do with sex?
Oh,
all right, this what it says. I'm gonna read it pretty fast, guys. It says the phrase "the birds and the bees" is a euphemism, if I said that right, used to explain sex and reproduction to children, in a gentle or indirect way. It draws on imagery by nature. So it says birds lay eggs, which symbolizes reproduction. Bees pollinate flowers, a process necessary for plants to reproduce, often seen as a metaphor for fertilization. This idea is to use familiar aspects of nature to introduce the concept of human sexuality in a less explicit or imitating manner. I mean, I get it. That definitely wasn't explained.
Man, come here, son. I told my sons, come here, man. Let me tell you about this sex. Let me tell you about sex. I ain't finna tell you no birds and no bees neither. I'm finna tell you about a penis and a vagina. Come on here, let's sit down and have this talk. Bump that right there, because that didn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, right. Don't even know about birds.
I told my son, my brother told me when I was around 8 years old. I told my son when he was around 8, 9 years old. Because parents, whether y'all know it or not, it happened some little girls and some boys don't got together, and the girl was pregnant at 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, let's take it a step further. Y'all need to watch your sons, nephews, nieces, need to watch their friends. Because here's the thing, and I've seen this even in my family. What they see you do, they're gonna try. And they don't know the difference that you shouldn't supposed to mess with family. That's another conversation you need to have at a young age. Not supposed to mess with family. Not supposed to mess with this person, that person. So I know at a young age, hide and go seek changed the name to hide and go get.
Yep.
And what hide and go get is the mostly most of the boys is it. We was it. The girls will go hide, and whoever you would find, that's who you get. Now, here's the thing: how they learn about this? They turn that game into their game. But a child doesn't know that aspect of life if they didn't see it or hear it from somewhere. And you being a parent at the age of 7 or 8, that's your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hear how this sounds. Your niece is pregnant by your son. Your daughter is pregnant by your son. How that sound? It may sound crazy. It may sound crazy, but no, this is happening. There is no reason why your 9-year-old son want to just have family trip every week over the same aunt house. Mm-mm. When we going back over there? When we going? Now, you don't even know what's going on.
What was that movie? Derek Luke plays what was that movie? I can't think of the movie right now. That Derek Luke, I think it was the aunt messing with him.
Antoine Fisher.
Antoine Fisher. Y'all ain't never seen that. Y'all go watch that too.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine Fisher. Yep.
That happens. You know, there's a story right now. This I think I don't know if she was a teacher or a principal, but she got fired because she made one of the students rub her feet because her feet were tired. It's happening right now. That lady at that. Now, here's the thing. Some people just say, like, well, for one, that's inappropriate for a child to rub a teacher or a principal's feet. But it's just like a fight, or it's just like some alcohol or marijuana. This happened this time. It's always going to escalate the next time. It's going to be
start out rubbing the feet.
Yeah, definitely ain't gonna finish there.
Mm-hmm. That's what he gonna do. Drink that water just like you just did.
Oh, all right. We doing this then. We doing this, yeah. Mrs. Waters.
Yeah. Okay, Miss, I don't rub your feet. Anything else? See, now that mentality, that man mentality, kick in even at a young age. Anything else you need me to rub?
Yeah.
He already asking questions. Well, yeah, you can come over here and rub my back.
Oh,
go down a little further. Go down a little further. Right there. And next thing you know, he on the butt.
Mm-hmm. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of these young boys don't seen a lot of videos.
Oh yeah.
You could in the search engine now that we have now, if you type in one wrong letter, it can take you to a porn site. And parents, I'm gonna give y'all another thing. Y'all might have this parental guidance on your child phone. Let me tell you something. Either your child know how to break that, or somebody or one of his friends know how to get around that. It's too much stuff because they go to YouTube and they find out how to do it, how to get around it. You can put it on there all you want to. They're gonna go to YouTube. How you get around this parental guidance? And somebody will show you.
Man, let me tell you something. One of the kids that I'm mentoring, he got in trouble. Well, no. Sorry, he wasn't in trouble. Actually, just through the week, he's not allowed to play his video game. So his mom's worked, and his mom's would take the controller to the game. And she just thought everything was, cool, whatnot. So that Friday, he got in trouble. He ended up taking his phone, seeing some stuff, what was in the phone. That's why he got in trouble. But she also found he downloaded an app that is any console video game controller. So even if the moms take the controller away, he downloaded an app that let him play the game with the controller on his phone. So she at work not thinking that he ain't playing the game because it's through the week and he can't do it because she got a controller. When every day he was on that. He was on using his phone.
Yep. These phones can control games. These phones can control TVs because I have just to see. I just want to see could I do it on my phone. I can control TV from my phone.
Dude, if you remember back in the 90s, they had watches that you could log into the TV and change the channels. We used to play. I used to play with my dad all the time. I had one of the watches. I would go outside. I would look in the blinds and change the channel on my dad and just see my dad sitting on the couch. Oh, what's going on? What's bro? Demond, what you doing? What you doing? Hey, oh man. But yeah, what the point I was making up about that, if we had watches in the 90s that could change the TV, imagine what they got in 2025.
And just wait, because technology is getting even better. Oh, before we get out of here, I remember about 4 years ago, I had posted about robots and stuff and all this kind of stuff, what's going on. Them guys, you know what, Neil? Them guys was inboxing me, laughing at me. Talking about, oh man, you watch this iRobot stuff. You just getting out of hand with this stuff, man. I inboxed them a couple months ago. Is it still fun? Am I still funny now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to be no prophet. You ain't got to be all this. All you got to do is pay attention. When y'all look at, like, when we look at Terminator and the Matrix, it was showing you in the Terminator how they didn't call it AI back then, but it was showing you AI was taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Matrix. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all think, oh man, somebody got a great idea and stuff like that. They were showing you back then what was going on. And the more we use the technology, the more it learns.
Yep. Which I just used chat. Imagine we won't even say rural, the entire United States. There's over 8.4 billion people in the United States. Let's just say everybody had chat and everybody used chat maybe once a week. Do you know how much information that is? That's AI. That's just chat. There are so many other different AI platforms, but that's chat. This is the stuff that's going to be loaded up to a robot, an android, so they can have the information. These things are going to be smart, and people already having questions that they putting in chat to where, like, I believe AI is going to be self-aware.
Yeah.
And I don't mean self-aware to the point to where they're programmed to be self-aware. I mean that the AI is going to work to where AI know it's AI, and not AI is in AI mind is AI is a person, and they know their power and how they can use their power to take over humanity and mankind. So people gonna think we're crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
And I want y'all to go back and look at this later on, because and come back and apologize to us. Man, I thought y'all were crazy, but y'all talk about some serious stuff. It's going on. And, they already got robots that's in people's homes.
Yep.
I would listen to Real Street Life yesterday. They had Jaguar right on there. And she said she went in the store and it was a robot in that store working.
Yeah.
Y'all think this is a joke. It is real. And what y'all want a robot in your house to do your work for?
Right.
For what? Everybody love Mr. EM with the Teslas and all this kind of stuff. Y'all love that kind of stuff. You want to be in these self-driving taxi cabs and buses. Here's my question. What about that family man that drive a taxi or drive a bus? He got no job no more. Yep. Matter of fact, what you gonna do in your 6-figure job, sitting up in the office when you mess around, look to the right, to the left, robots working. you get ready to be replaced because they can program them to work 24/7, 365 days a week, no days off.
Dude, I just watched this movie. I forgot what the movie is. I think I know what it is, but have you seen the movie called I think this is what it is, but it's called Subservience?
What's the name of that?
Subservience.
Yeah.
Was that the movie where the man, he worked at construction and he was a floorman, and it was at the start of the movie, it was all human working, and then he got pulled in by his boss, and his boss basically was just telling him, "I'm everybody getting let go except you, because we still want a human basically in control." You know, they got to open up the canteens of the robot. Was that Subservience?
I think so.
That's real. That's definitely is gonna happen. When you talk about people getting laid off, we're not just talking about one person at a job. We're talking about an entire job. Anything that can be used in AI. Oh, best example. You go to restaurants now. You speaking to a AI when you ordering your food. Everybody, them especially, it's happening, especially at Bojangles.
That's
If
what
you're
I'm trying to say.
exactly.
Hi,
You
welcome to Bojangles. May I take your order?
yes, and they know that you got to. Do you know how many people go through Bojangles with different lingo, with different how they speak? They speak low, they speak high, and this AI is able to understand clearly what it is you're asking for.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
already a job. Already, don't you know when if you looking in the future, is they're probably going to have one person there that's a manager, but you're going to have robots making your food, robots out there cleaning up the lobby, robots on the register. It ain't gonna be no more people. And what's gonna happen to society? There's gonna be a revolution.
You see that video? I think it was on TikTok. I ran across. I tried to download and save it. It wouldn't let me do it. The robot bucked up at somebody. The robot bucked up at the guy like that, and I'm like,
I ain't see it.
and they had to grab the robot.
Oh, I ain't see that one. I didn't see that one.
I said,
Dang,
man,
that's crazy.
I said, boy, I was okay.
Hey, I do want to talk about this. Have you seen this episode? It's 47 minutes long. It's in this series called Accused. Season 2, episode 8. It's called Megan's Story, the episode. And it's basically an AI, it's a companion AI where men or women can go out and buy the AI, and it's literally their companion. Have you seen this one?
I've seen some videos running around on TikTok. They doing that.
Man, please watch that episode. It's only 47 minutes. It's called, I seen you the information, but chat,
Okay.
if y'all really want to watch, the series is called Accused. The episode is called Megan's Story, and it's season 2, episode 8. I really want to talk about that because that is this what you talking about with that guy. That right there is going to be realistic, and it's a realistic story and everything like that. But I really want to talk to somebody about that who has watched it and who thinks like the way you think as well.
Man.
Yeah, it's you got Hulu, right?
Yeah.
It's on Hulu. Watch it. I might have to watch it. Let me know if you're gonna watch it this week. I'll watch it again.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you send that to me, man.
I got you. Let me see here.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to roll up out of here, man. I gotta give me something to eat.
Yeah, oh, I'm good. I'm tired. My eyes getting heavy. This is the time my eyes get heavy anyway. I'm ready. Ready.
Man, what you got going, man? What you got going? Got coming up?
Nothing, man. Just me and my friend. We're doing this movie review. We really taking it serious. We're going to watch Thunderbolts that come out this Saturday. It's gonna be a group of us, and we should have that video out. Also, like I said, we still didn't talk about that. I'm putting the finishing touches on that card game that I was telling you about.
Okay.
Putting the finishing touches on that. I just got to really bring it home, and I'm just being helped by chat. So chat got me. Chat got me, So
So
you know,
y'all watching like the Marvel, DC comic stuff,
yeah.
or y'all watching any movie?
For the review, we watch any movie, but lately it's been well, the last movie we watched and did a review on was that Sinners with
Y'all did that?
Michael. Yeah,
Oh, I need to go check that out. Then see what y'all talking about. Well, everybody talking about that movie.
yeah. Now, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going to prepare you. That was our longest one. Our videos are normally like 15, maybe 20 minutes long. That movie was so much in it. Man, we went a whole hour. Just like us. Went a whole hour. So I'll send it. I'll send it to you. Let me see. Hold on. I could put it in. Yeah, I'll send it to you when we get off.
Okay.
But no, we do it. We do any movie we feel.
Okay.
Any movie we feel. It's our
Man,
platform. Just like here, we speak about anything here. Any movie we feel like that's what we doing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
But that's what I got going on, man.
That's what you got. Okay, like I said, my man, he gonna reschedule Single Black Fathers on the Real Talk Conversation. I got to see what Brandon gonna have going. He might just let him take the whole thing himself, which I understand, because we hate Single Black Father have a story to share too, and we're gonna get that going. I got my niece. My niece don't made my shirt. I got to go get it from her. She don't make my shirt with my little motto on there. It doesn't matter to you until it affects you. So I got to get that from her so I can start wearing my merch, man. And everything. And y'all, we're starting to grow. The platform starting. All three of them starting to grow. You want to be a part of this. You are welcome to come and be a part of this. Sit down with us. We're not asking you for much and nothing like that. Just come and conversate with us. We like to laugh and joke at the end too. We're starting to spread out and do other stuff. Me and Neil was down at the Howard Center Saturday. If you missed it, y'all go check it out from Saturday podcast. Great information that was shared. I'm gonna have Lorenzo Steele on here too, Neil, because he's gonna talk about. We probably do the interview inside that bus. And that's gonna be something, because I got my first time getting on that bus, looking at it, and he's showing you
this past Saturday was your first time.
That was my first time, man. I was in that mug, man. I was like, "This how prison is?" Oh, yeah, no, I don't want no parts of that,
dude. For your first time, for anybody first time, that is shocking.
Yes,
it's like first, I think the first time I got on it, literally probably about like a year ago, and I got on it again this past Saturday. But I'm just like, man, that can literally change people's lives if they just see that bus. See when you see, I think when kids see stuff on TV and internet, for some reason to them it's not real, but that bus just felt real.
That bus brought it out, man.
God, man. And then the great thing about the guy, he has the story. He can tell the story.
Yes.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, man. Oh man, I'm glad you was able to experience that.
Oh yeah. So he said he was willing to come on, and of course, gonna talk to Leon too down at the Holler Center. So I probably do that down there, and and everything. And y'all, we just trying to do a lot of stuff, and like we was talking earlier, part. We're gonna talk about this gold and silver. So I'm gonna have a man to come on. We're gonna talk about that. Something that I'm involved in. I'm trying to leave something for my kids. I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to leave something, not just insurance policy money, but other stuff that they making cash in and have on top of that, and on top of that. And you know what, Neil? We need to talk about that too, about why in our culture we don't like leave a big insurance policy.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut right now because we can go a whole nother hour. All right, let's talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna see, can I get my man LJ, because he I don't know if he still sell life insurance, but he can tell us the ins and outs about it. He can tell us the ins and outs about it. I'm gonna see, can I get in contact? He's busy because he play keyboard too for the church and stuff. So he's busy, but I'm trying to get him on.
Man, it's so hard for me not to talk about this right now. Let's just go.
I know it. Yeah.
I'm with you. Oh, Jesus. So many ways.
Yeah. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. So if y'all not doing it Sunday, we plan on being on Sunday. Hopefully my man he can do it Sunday about single black fathers. Hope he can come on and talk about because he's raising three little young girls, three girls. You know, that's hard on a man. On them, especially girls. Boys, we can but girls, you got to be kind of lean. You can't thump on them like you want to do with a boy. Or you be like, boy, you don't sit your dog on tail down, I'm gonna put you down. See, little girls, man.
It's crazy, man. We just talked about this earlier today. Crazy.
So we're gonna get that going. We're gonna get him on and hopefully he can come on and join us and tell us his stories about stuff like that.
Right.
But you know, y'all be on the lookout. Real Talk Conversation, Smooth Talk Podcast, and just know it all.
Know it all. Know yourself, know your worth.
It's the know it all, y'all. So y'all be good. Y'all be, as the old folks say, y'all be easy. Y'all know that about that. Y'all be easy. And we'll see y'all on the other side. Thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all could be doing anything else. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. But before I get out of here, Neil, I'm gonna mess with him before I get out of here. I got to say one more thing before I get out of here. Y'all know Jesus died around 33 AD. What y'all think is gonna happen in 2033? That's about 2,000 years ago. I just want to mess with y'all mind there for a minute. He died in 33 AD. 2033 is coming up. It ain't far off. What's that? 8 years?
About 8 years.
About 8 years?
Yeah.
About 8 years. I wonder how it's going to be then.
You about to have people scared for 8 years, man. What caught, boy? Hey. 2032, December 31st, they're gonna be scared in the month.
That just goes to show y'all I don't watch TV all the time like that. I be doing other stuff. And anybody that's into going deep in I ain't finna say I'm up here finna start teaching. I'm a professor that, you know, I use a software called Logos or Logos, however you want to pronounce it. That helps you get into it. It'll tell you what that word in Greek and in Hebrew. And I got that from some other guys like Brother Berin and Pastor Mike, how they be using that stuff. But yeah, I just want y'all to think about that. Just want to give y'all something to think about.
You made them scared, man.
I do it, man.
It's cool.
But we out of here, y'all. We will holler at y'all on the flip side.